Hello students, today we're going to do a project which goes along with Chinese New Year. And it's a dragon, of course, you can see, but it's a little bit different one than ones we might be used to in like Harry Potter. A Chinese dragon is more like a snake with legs. It's still very fierce and can breathe fire, those kind of things, but it is more this type of a shape. So we're going to make this today, and we're going to use our shapes and our step-by-step directions to make a Chinese dragon. So let me start. We're going to use paper and pencil. And then if you'd like to do a black outline, you could use a Sharpie or a black pencil. And then we're going to color it with any way you would like. So the first line we're going to do is this first kind of a very curvy line. And we want to use the whole paper, so don't make just a little squiggle inside, but be thinking about where it's going. Some kind of broad curves. And I'm going to do like maybe like a roundy W. It's going to have mainly 2 loops to it. That's the bottom of the dragon shape. I jumped over here because the legs are going to go there. Okay, now I'm going to do a line that's pretty much parallel. I'm going to think though that it's going to be somewhat parallel and then get smaller as I get to the end. I'm just following right along, pretty close to the same shape I already did. And here I come in and I get a little smaller, a little smaller, a little smaller. Okay, now for a head shape, it's a little more fierce than what a snake would be. Kind of even reminds me of like a bird of prey with a great big beak there. And then an eye in here. And we're going to add some legs. These 2 will be in front legs, and these 2 will be behind legs. So this will come out in front of these lines here. So the line is going to go backwards from what a person would do with their knee. And then, of course, some nice big claws would be great. Some fingernails there, or claws. Okay, that's one. Now the second one, like a lot of other animals, it's going to be bigger in the thigh. So I'm going to actually give myself a little more room there. Curve back around. You want to end about the same place. And the claws are going to be similar, so I'm just looking over here as I draw these, and I'm trying to make them the same size, do pretty much the same thing. Okay, now if there's anything you don't like, then now's the time to change it while you're still in pencil. Okay, next we're going to do our back legs. So they're going to end up a little higher because far away things end up higher on the page. And we're not going to see the top part because it's on the other side. I can look again at my foot there to get an idea. It might be a little smaller, but not much. The more you start to draw claws, the easier it gets. So this and this need to look similar. Well, how's it going? Is it starting to look like a dragon? I hope you're proud of yourself, all your hard work you're doing. The next thing we're going to do is to put a line in for the stomach. We're going to start here, come in, be pretty close to the outside line there. Jump over where that leg is. You jump over that leg and then gradually get smaller and smaller and end up on that tail. Okay, then I like a black outline. If you do also, then you can take a Sharpie or a black pencil or a black crayon and add an outline right on top, tracing your pencil line. Now, one of the fun things about a dragon are the spikes on its back. So have some fun with those. Kind of remind me of flames. I think I'm gonna turn directions a little bit. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. And I'm thinking that they would be curving back like that. Kind of have those kind of thoughts in your mind of what direction would those spikes go in. And then as you get close to the end of the tail, I'm going to have them get a little smaller. It's kind of fun though, if you would like to put like a long, fiery looking end of your tail there. Makes it look a little more fierce. And there could be a couple claws along here, not claws, but spikes. And nostril, tongue, an eye. I think that's pretty much it. As far as color, I thought this time I would do 2 color sources. You can do whatever you want. I don't know what you have at home, but I do like colored pencils for really good detail. So I'm gonna get in here with some red. Another fun thing to do with colored pencils is to do a transition from one color to the next. And if you overlap it, you can't even tell when it switches color. I like that better than when it's stripy and it's super obvious. Do you see how I'm overlapping that? I actually want to start getting into some greens now. I'm going to do very, very light, try to help that transition. This transition's a little harder than the other ones. I'm going to use a white and see if that helps blend them together. White is a fantastic blender, or any color that's quite a bit lighter than your other colors. Another idea could be is making scales on it. This would take a lot longer, but you could add some scales. They could be like a scallop, or they could be like a zigzag or a diamond. A lot of ideas there. I'm going to go right over that though, because I'm not going to take the time to do it. Okay, this is a dark kind of purpley blue. Let's see, oh, it is purple. And they're very close together in color, so they blend beautifully together. The more you go over it, the darker it looks. Now I would like the spikes here to look very much like fire. So I'm gonna definitely put on my reds and oranges and yellows in here. And the fun of it is you can choose what you would like to do. You might think, I really want to do blue and red, or yellow and greenish. Like, it's just a fanciful drawing. So just have fun imagining what would be cool in your mind. I forgot to add here on the stomach, we're going to add some lines like this. And I'm curving along. You notice how they started this way, now they're curving along, because that's what would happen on an animal that is swirling around like that with their body. That's a good detail to have in there. I really like having that detail. Okay, I'm going to add yellow there. That'll look nice and bright. Now for a background, I thought just to be quicker, and the idea of using two art mediums, that I would bring some watercolors today. That's a way you can do a fast background. So here's my water, my brushes, and I've got a couple different sizes, and my paint set. And one way to paint is called wet brush. And you first get the section you want to paint in wet. Then you come back with the color you want. That kind of helps it spread. Now if you want to get really fancy, you could add mountains back there and complete scenery. But I'm going to just add a few different colors. And remember, I don't like stripes, so if I see a stripe starting, I kind of wiggle it away. If your color's coming out too light, dig your brush in there and get some more color. So you go through and you do your picture in one art medium or two and think out what would look beautiful and exciting for your artwork. And good luck and best wishes in your Chinese dragon project. Bye-bye.